sucky day right now. Barnes and Noble education stock. Last I checked, it fell to around 68 cents. Listen, that thing went on fire. That thing went from 20 cents to $1.35. But I guess it is what it is. People take their profits, whatever you want to call it. The short sellers doing their tricks of the trade, whatever you want to call it. It went down to 68 cents. Um, you know, this is, I mean, just to give you a quick example, this is why I only dedicate, 10%. Look, I've learned so much. I've learned so much in my life from just AMC and putting 250 large into that play. And it just, I'm prepared for, see, what's happening with me? I've gotten to a point now in my life where I'm prepared. I'm prepared to ride good days, bad days. I'm prepared to ride bull markets, bear markets, because I have a very, very simple strategy, which is stick to what works. At least for me. Look, everybody's got something in their life that works for them. You got your thing, I got my thing. My thing, 90% of my money, gold, cash, and real estate. This guy, Vladimir. Vladimir, I make 15,000 a month. Okay. I've worked for sale in sales for 20 years. Okay. I had a career in sales. Yes, I did, Vladimir. So you just repeat the same things. You don't make any sense. You don't make any sense. I worked in sales for 2 decades. You go get a job. Anyway, I don't know how you could have a job where you're always on my damn live streams. This guy says he works. He makes what do you make? 300,000 a year. You said 250. What job do you have that you could be on my live streams all day long? I think you work. I think you work for Citadel. I think you make minimum wage. I think you make like $15 an hour. That's your job. That's the job I believe you have. Is that you work, you work for the short sellers, and they pay you minimum wage. That's the job I believe that you have. But anyway, Vladimir, ask yourself this question: how do you explain? Right? Think about this. I have a $600,000 house. You notice how I'm always in my room. You notice how I'm always in my bed. No, I want you to think about this for a second. Obviously, you don't have to be a rocket scientist, to figure out that I must have money coming in, right? I mean, I'm eating every day. I'm surviving every day. I have a beautiful house. I have a great lifestyle, a beautiful lifestyle, $75,000 in-ground swimming pool. I mean, listen, logic tells you I have money coming in, right? But yet you still say these crazy comments to me. What's up, Liquid Swords? How you doing, brother? I'm not going to keep talking about this. We talked about my mom. We talked about that she had a bad marriage. I'm not going to go into this. I've been taking care of my mother my whole life. I am an excellent son. I am an excellent father. That's it. I'm an excellent husband. And I'm not going to continue to prove myself to psychopathic haters like you. Liquid Swords is the best. How you doing, brother? Crazy day in the market today. Um, it's just getting back to what I was saying at the beginning of the live stream. It's that this is why I want to focus on the V for Victory project. You want to know what it is? I want to wake up every day and I want to know that I have an opportunity to win every single day. I think that's what all of us want, right? I think all of us want the feelings inside of us that we win all the time. We're like the house. We're like the casino. That's never going to happen in the stock market. I'm going to let all of you understand that. I don't care. You could be the greatest day trader. You could be the greatest trader in the world. You're not going to win every day. It's not going to happen. And anybody who says any different is lying. Okay, you're not going to win every day in the stock market. You're not going to win every day in cryptocurrencies. You will have your days where you will win, but you're not going to win every day. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to do with my retail brothers and my retail sisters. I want us all to have situations where we could all win all the time. And to me, that's doing kind of like what Trump did. Like, listen to me. You look at a guy like Donald Trump. Listen to me. He doesn't use his money. He never uses his money. Okay, you look at what he did with Truth Social. This guy did not put up one single dollar of his own money. I want to be crystal clear. He didn't put up $1. He issues himself 100 million shares. It's worth billions and billions of dollars. Do you know that Donald Trump made more money? I don't know if people know this. He made more money on Truth Social on his shares of DJT than he has made investing in real estate for 50 years. Over 50 years, he made more money on this one single transaction. So what does that tell you? It tells you you got to start some sort of a brand. This is what I'm trying to make everybody understand. It's like I feel like I'm talking to like empty spaces here. Some people get it, some people don't. You got to start a brand. You got to start something that you could take public, and you could do the same exact thing. That's it. And I'm trying to make this something where retail works together. I understand the concept. You're like, Apefather, this sounds like it only benefits you. If only you knew, all of you, if only you knew that if I become a success, that I open up the doorway of opportunity to all my retail brothers and sisters. It is. It's either you believe it or you don't. You understand? Some people they know the Apefather is sincere. I want all of us to win, but I can't do it right now because I have to establish the Apefather brand. I like to call it Apefather and the Apes. That's really what I would like to call it because I'd like it to be a community effort. I'd like it to be a retail effort. Apefather and the Apes, meaning the apes represent all of you. The apes represent my retail brothers and my retail sisters. Yeah, here we go. Antonio Miranda is starting in. But Antonio, this goes back to my point. You don't listen to anything I say. This guy doesn't listen. It's like I feel like he disregards. I make very valid points. Valid points. Now this is the guy who's saying that the stock market is doing great, everything's doing great. Okay, but then he'll criticize the stock market. Okay, the stock market as a whole today is not really doing so great. But anyway, hear me out really quick. I only have 10%. Listen to me very carefully. I only have 10% committed to the things we're talking about here. That's why you notice I'm not stressed out. Who notices I don't get stressed out? You know why I don't get stressed out? Because 90% of my money is in cash, gold, and real estate. Gold right now is doing phenomenal. Gold, you want to talk about all-time highs, Vladimir? Gold. Gold is at all-time highs. Okay. That's why I am calm like an Easter bunny. I am calm because look, if you looked at me back in the day, if you look at me back in the day when I was at AMC, I was not calm. I was not calm at all. I used to freak out a lot. I'd start screaming. I would start freaking going completely nuts because I had a lot of money committed to that play. You know what I mean? And I had to make a lot of adjustments. But you see, now I'm calm as a bunny, and that's what none of you haters understand. I got no pressure at all. I could weather the storm. I could weather the storm. And another thing is that nobody knows anything about me. You don't know what I do as far as when I buy, when I sell. Stop trying to guess. I just decided I don't want to tell anybody anymore because it's really none of your business. Listen to me. You want to know what the truth is? Why do I have to tell you my business? Just like you don't have to tell me your business, right? Like I'm not going to Antonio, how much money did you make today? How much money did you lose today? It's ultimately none of my business. So really what do I represent? I represent being a cheerleader. That's it. I mention certain plays. I become a cheerleader for them. Pure and simple. That's it. I am not here to give financial advice. I am not here to tell you what to do. Ultimately, you got to do it. Like, I'll give you the perfect example. You want to hear the perfect example? I'm a cheerleader for DJT. Okay, so let's start with DWAC. It went from 14 to 80. You know what? Some people started screaming at me. People were like, "Well, then it fell back when it became DJT. It fell back to 22." Everybody was screaming at me. Everybody was trying to blame me because I'm a cheerleader. I'm like, let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Trump. Let's go, DJT. Get ready for a massive pump. So people get angry. People are like, wait a minute. This effing play went from $80, just like you're trying to do right now. Here's an example. You're trying to do the same thing with Barnes and Noble education. Okay, you tried to do the same thing. DWAC went from 14 to 80. You know what that's called? A winning play. That's called a winning play. I can't control if you don't want to sell. Listen to me. I can't effing control that. That's not in my hands. It's the same exact thing with Barnes and Noble education. This thing went from 20 cents, listen to me, to $1.35. Went from 20 cents to $1.35. If you chose to hold, like I had a guy tell me the other day, Apefather, I'm in this play at 35 cents. Now he's pissed off. He was pissed off. I saw him in the comments. He's like, this effing play fell again. But it's not my problem. This is not my fault. Listen to me. You are all adults. You all have to make decisions. You have to be held accountable for the decisions you make. I love you, Back to the Future. Here's another example. GameStop went from $16 to $80. Now it's chilling at the $20 level. It's not my fault. That's just the way it is. You know what I mean? People try to blame me. They're like, wait a minute. You said it was going to go over 100. Again, it's called being a cheerleader. You understand all of this? It's called being a cheerleader. I'm rooting for retail. You know that Robert, you heard about this, Back to the Future. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. He invested in GameStop. I don't know if you know this. The presidential candidate. He put $24,000 into GameStop. He put a whole big thing out on X saying that, he's all for retail. He's all for market reform. And he wants to stop corruption. I thought it was a beautiful thing. I was very, very impressed with that. I was really impressed with that. You know what I mean? So getting back, okay, GameStop went from 16 to 80. A lot of people could have made a shitload of money, right? But then they want to come back and say, well, you said it was going over 100. It's just being a cheerleader. That's it. It's like, you ever go to like a basketball game and you got the girls that are the cheerleaders? They're rooting for the team to win. I'm always rooting for the home team, baby. I'm rooting for the home team. You understand? I want us to win. So you cannot misinterpret my enthusiasm. You cannot. It's the same thing. It's the same thing for Barnes and Noble. I want retail to win. You understand? I just want to win. I can't control market conditions. I can't control people wanting to take profits. I can't control corruption. That's it. But I am a cheerleader. So I'm always going to try my best to keep a positive attitude. And I'm going to try my best to keep us all in a good state of mind, a winning state of mind, a victory state of mind. Like, you know the song, New York State of Mind? I'm victory state of mind. But this goes back to what I always tell everybody. Why is the Apefather calm? Because the Apefather contributes only 10% to this shit. I'm done. I learned my lesson. I learned that this stock market, in my opinion, is controlled. It's rigged. That's why I root for things, but in the back of my head, I know that we don't fully control the show here, which brings me back to why I want to do Apefather of the Apes, baby. I want to start the brand. Because that's something now that I would control. That's something eventually maybe all of us could control together. But there's no more corruption, you understand? No more payment for order flow, no more dark pools, no more Holtz, no more Ken Griffin. That's why I'm doing these live streams, because I'm hoping down the line, you understand? But this goes back to the support. I know this is where the haters get very, very angry. The haters get really, really pissed off. It's not that I'm begging, okay? Because let me tell you what I'm doing. This is the way I see it, okay? You ever hear the expression, you scratch my back, I scratch yours? That's an Italian thing in Brooklyn. You understand? That's the way I see this. If all of you could help the Apefather, you understand, get me from point A to point B, get me to the level where I start these projects, I feel it will ultimately benefit all of us. And I'll tell you the reason why. Because when I make it, you understand, when I become a success, I am going to do everything in my power to make sure everyone comes along for the ride. So it's kind of like you got to say to yourself, I already invested in the stock market, correct? Right? I already invested in cryptocurrencies. What is so bad having a third option? I don't understand. I don't understand. To me, it's simple. To me, it's simple logic, right? What could possibly be so bad to have a third option? What is the third option? Retail controlled businesses. That's what the third option is. Retail controlled businesses. That's what the third option is. What do you mean? No limits, all industries, bar restaurants, hotels, casinos, everything, gyms, hair salons, no limits. You could tell me right now, you could say, hey, Father, how about getting involved in the electric car industry? Absolutely. There's no limits. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about no limits, sports franchises. I'm talking about no limits. Okay. Right now, you have limits. This is what you don't understand. Right now, all of you have limits. You do. I know you don't want to accept it. I know you don't want to hear it, but all of you have limitations. You know what your limitations are? The stock market and cryptocurrencies. That's your limitations. That's all you got. That's all you got. You got nothing else. Okay. Why not have another option? Tommy's Touch, what's up there? I heard about Trump's rally in the Bronx. Yes. John, listen to me very carefully, John. We talked about this, and I'm not going to continue to argue with you. My wife decided after I took a $250,000 loss, I am not able to touch that money. I can't do it. I can't do it. Okay. And even if I could touch it, it's not enough money. My restaurant bar idea is somewhere in the vicinity of $10 million to do. Okay. It's about $10 million because you got to figure I want to follow in the footsteps of the McDonald's Corporation where I don't lease, but I want to buy the real estate, John. I want to buy the real estate. I keep going over this, but it's like this guy makes it seem like I have $10 million liquid. This is how this guy like speaks, John. Like, John, I don't have $10 million liquid. I don't. I am a successful guy, but I don't have $10 million liquid. Anyway, John, listen to me. If you had any business sense, which obviously you don't understand what I'm trying to do here. Yeah, yeah, but with a liquor license, it's all gonna be something that, believe it or not, it's all about money. At the end of the day, I have a perfect record. Listen to me. I have no criminal record. Okay, I have absolute. My record is as clean as a baby's butt. So I am 100% going to be able to get a liquor license. There's no question about that. At the end of the day, it just comes down to money. That's all it is. And believe me, it costs a lot of money. It costs a lot of money to get a liquor license. It costs a lot of money, to buy real estate. That's why I'm figuring in my head this is about even my first project, the bar restaurant. I'm figuring about 10 million plus. Okay, that's what I'm figuring in my mind. So yes, you know what I mean. It's something that I would prefer to do it, John. I don't want loans. Loans suck. Okay, I don't want loans. I would prefer to do it where I build a movement. I'm trying to get people who think this. See, John doesn't understand something. He's an idiot. Retail threw away $350 billion. This guy's a moron. He has no logic, no common sense. Retail is a powerful force, John. Retail is a powerful, powerful force. Okay, it was able to raise 350 billion, but they squandered it. They turned it to nothing. If retail would have listened to me, which again I'm not asking anybody to listen to me, but that money could have went into hotels, casinos. It could have went into things where today that money would have been preserved. It could have went into things that today that money would be earning gigantic, gigantic money. Instead, you know what you guys did, retail? You turned 350 billion into zero. That's what you did. Because you know what's happening, you just don't understand something. The stock market is rigged. It's not really meant, listen to me. If you look at the really rich people in this world, if you look at the really super rich people, they're not making money like you guys. They're not making money investing. These people make money. They start businesses. They start brands. They take these brands public. They issue themselves shares. Look at. I'll just give you a few examples. Look at Mark Zuckerberg as the perfect example of Facebook. That's how he became a billionaire. He didn't become a billionaire because this guy was investing in the stock market. He wasn't. That's not the way he made his billions. It's not the way he made his billions because he's like, you guys, oh, where's the next stock? Where's the next hot play? The guy started a company. The guy started a brand. You understand? The company went public. He became a billionaire. If you even look at Elon Musk, it's the same exact thing. Elon didn't make his money investing in the stock market. He didn't make his money investing in cryptocurrencies. He made his money starting a brand, starting a company. He actually didn't found Tesla, but he was he winded up because he was one of the early people involved in it. He winded up taking it all over. But the point is this: it's all about building a brand. That's the really big way into wealth. And one day you're all going to see it. You know what's going to happen one day? You're going to see me on the Forbes charts. You're going to see me up there in the billions. And I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make write a book. I'm gonna make a movie about this. It's gonna be called Ambition. I'm gonna make a movie about this because I really think I think the public at large really just doesn't understand how to accumulate real wealth. They have this thing. They're brainwashed. See, the stock market is a vehicle. Listen to me. It's a vehicle to get other people rich, not you. Okay. Like here's the perfect example. Take DJT. Who do you think is the big winner? You think it's the investors? Who do you think is the big winner of DJT? You know who the big winner is? Trump. He's the big winner. Guy didn't put up a dollar. Listen to me. He didn't put up a dollar. He didn't put up a dollar. So all of us, like, we're investing, right? We're buying this stock. We're rising the value of this stock. We're rising the market capitalization of this stock, right? Guess what he's doing? He's getting richer. He's making billions and billions and billions of dollars. Okay. So I'm just trying to make you see a different picture, but it's like everybody is so close minded. Everybody's so close minded. Everybody just wants to do the same things over and over again. You do the same things that doesn't work. You do the same things that doesn't work. That's why most people's lives don't change. You're stuck in this level that you can't get past because you don't want to have an open mind. Let me read some comments here. The regulator, you're a hypocrite. You know what the regulator said? I'll tell you something. He said that he has businesses, correct? Am I right in what I'm saying? I once said, do you have all your money in the stock market? He said, now this is what the regulator said. He says that would be a very stupid, idiotic thing to do. It would be a very stupid, idiotic thing to do. But yet, he's saying that what I'm saying is nonsense. What I'm saying is not. So you sound like you're the hypocrite. Okay, you sound like you're the hypocrite because according to your own words, you said you would never put all your money in the stock market. You said you have several businesses that made you very successful. Okay, but now suddenly what I'm saying is nonsense. Go figure, right? That's why this guy's full of shit. See, Back to the Future is making a very, very valid point. You cannot become a billionaire with a simple savings account. Not happening. Okay. You see, I guess you want to know what the problem is. Back to the Future. You want to know why I think a lot of people get angry at me. You want to know what it is. You want to know why a lot of people don't like me because I'm talking about major success. I'm talking about major victory. I'm talking about becoming a billionaire. I'm talking about, see, and you know what it is? Very few people on this live stream, except for maybe Back to the Future, very few people have that mindset. See, how can I say this without sounding like a total like a-hole? I don't know how to say this. I'm already a millionaire. Okay. Let me sum this up for all of you. I already have a great life. I already have $15,000 a month coming in. I have a $600,000 house. I have a $75,000 in-ground swimming pool. I'm okay. I'm already average. You see, I want to be above average. This is the thing. I don't want to be an average person. I want to be I have no idea why this guy's giving me a super chat, but fine. Thank you. I love you. I appreciate it, Antonio. Antonio, listen to me very carefully. This is not complicated. Listen to me. This is not complicated. I I repeat this all the time. It makes me sick. This is why I can't do long live streams. This is why I can't do long live streams. I have to cut it because I can't repeat this. Listen to me. Billy Joel said it the best. Billy Joel said it the best. You have to feed the body before you feed the soul. I don't know how many more times I have to say this. I understand why everyone has a certain daily routine. You have a job. I get it because you have to pay your bills. You have to live. You invest in the stock market, hopefully to get some crumbs. You get a little crumbs, okay? I get all of that. And I'm not disputing it. I am actually I do the same thing. Listen to me, you friggin' morons. I do the same thing. I have a portfolio. I have investments. Okay. What I'm saying to you is that you're never going to be super successful. It's never going to happen. That's what I'm saying to you. That's what I'm saying. It's never going to happen. So if you just want to be average, look, if all of you want to be average, congratulations. Ding, 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 you win. Okay. Is that the battle of this argument? If the battle of the argument is that all of you want to be average people, then you got it. You win the argument. Apefather loses the argument and you win the argument. But if you want to be above average, if you want to do things that no one else could do, if you want to be special, then your ideas don't work. Bottom line, that's it. They don't work. Sorry to break it to you. You're wasting your energy, you're wasting your time, and you'll notice every year that passes by your life, nothing is going to change. Look, I'm not trying to be a jerk off. Look, let's revisit this. You know what we're going to do? In a couple of years from now, we're going to revisit this conversation. A couple of years from now, you're going to say, hey, Father, you're a billionaire. This is what's going to happen. Hear me out. You're going to say, hey, Father, you're a billionaire, yet I'm John. Let's take John Bitton. John Bitton is still not a millionaire. And this guy worked about 50 years. He's been working 50 years. John Bitton is still not a millionaire. Okay. So a couple of years from now, John Bitton is going to say, hey, Father, I notice you're a billionaire. I'll say, that's correct. Okay. Why does my life suck and your life is so great? I'm going to say it's very simple because you are a very closed-minded person. You're very closed-minded. You don't listen. You understand? And that's why your life sucks friggin' balls because you don't listen. Okay, listen to me. I'm not disputing the fact that all of you are average. I'm average right now. Listen to me. So can we get the point here? Let's get the point. I'm an average person. You're an average person, and everything we are currently doing in our lives, we will stay average. That's what I'm saying to you. The question is, do you want to be average or above average? Do you want to be the 1%? Do you want to be billionaires? Well, then you have to change your way of thinking. Okay. And you know what's so sad? We all have the power. Retail is more powerful. Retail is more powerful than any corporation in the world. Retail is more powerful than Elon Musk. Retail is that powerful. But the problem is everybody wants to be the Lone Ranger. You want to know what the weakness of retail is? I'm going to tell you what the weakness is of retail. And that's why everyone capitalizes. Like the smart people, they capitalize, like the Ken Griffins of the world. They capitalize off your stupidity because everybody wants to be the lone ranger. You understand? I want to do it myself. I want to make it myself. And they say, great. And they find a way for them to make billions and billions and billions of dollars. I just wish that you would all understand that the movie Planet of the Apes, listen to me, you know, Caesar said it the best. Caesar said it the best. Apes together strong. I swear to God, that's poetry in motion. Apes together strong. You know what he's trying to make you understand? If you work together, you're strong. If you work together, you could do things that are almost impossible. But if you try to do everything by yourself, which is what all you mamalukes do, you try to do everything by yourself, you're never going to be strong. You're going to be weak. You're always going to be the weak link. And that's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. And I'm going to keep this message going. I think one day someone's going to say, so Apefather, how can we be successful together? It's really very simple. Help me build the Apefather brand. You want to hear how simple it is? Okay, I'm going to tell you how simple it is. Help me build the Apefather brand. Help me get this thing established. And then I open up the doorway. I'll do something. I'll meet with a big securities firm. I'll figure out some way that will be registered with the SEC to get all of my ape brothers and my ape sisters involved. But first, help me establish this. How do we help you establish this? What the F is the big deal? A couple of dollars here or there, super chats. Okay. I'm doing the hard work. Listen to me. I'm doing the effing hard work. I'm doing the live streams. I'm doing the videos. I'm doing the lion's share. I'm doing the lion's share of the work. Help me get to the friggin' first base, and then we go around. We get the home run together. We get the grand slam together. But help me get the first base. That's all I'm asking for. But you people are stubborn. No one wants to do it. I'm gonna have to do it all myself. It's a sin. I'm gonna have to do it all myself because you're stubborn mother effers. You're stubborn, stubborn, stubborn. And I'm telling you what's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen? A couple of years from now, you will see me. I will be a billionaire. And you're gonna be like, how did you do it? I uploaded millions of videos, I'm gonna tell you. I became an extremely successful YouTuber. I did all the hard work, and I'm going to tell you, I started a brand, and then I took that brand public. And you're going to still be chasing the same stocks. You're going to still be chasing the same cryptocurrencies, and nothing's going to change in your lives. I am doing it myself. This is what the regulator doesn't understand. Listen to me. This is what you don't understand. The fact that I am doing this, I'm working right now. This is work. You understand? The fact that I am doing a live stream, it's work. You can expedite it. See, this is what this is what the regulator doesn't understand. There's a difference between working in a slow process, which is what I'm doing, a slow process, okay? Or expediting, making something quicker. So in other words, why is it so bad that I'm trying to expedite it? I'm not forcing anybody. I'm trying to explain to them what I want to accomplish. I'm explaining to them how this can be expedited. Okay, now if you don't want to expedite it, all that means is it's a slow process like a slug where I have to do a shitload of work, but I am doing it. I am doing it. he's making it seem like do it already. Mother effer, you're on my live stream. I'm working here. This is progress. Every video, every live stream I do is effing progress. Oh, Sparacito, how you doing, brother? Listen, the regulator, let me explain something to you. Okay. And I don't want to be a jerk off. Okay. I have almost 14 million views. Okay. I have almost 16,000 subscribers. Now, I understand you're going to say that doesn't mean anything. It does mean something. It does mean something. You know, when I go out, I'm recognized. And I'm not trying to brag. I go out, people know who I am. People are like, yo, Apefather, how you doing? People, and this is, now here's what the regulator does instead. This is all happening with only 16,000 subs and only 14 million views. What do you think is going to happen when I have a billion views? What do you think is going to happen when I have millions and millions of subs? So if you're trying to convince me that what I'm doing is a waste of time, then you're a psychopathic Norman Bates lunatic. I am growing a channel. I am growing an audience. Okay? Means, you know what? You're going to say that to me, ball breaker. I guarantee it. I want everybody to listen to me. When I have 1 billion views, I want everyone to listen to me. I want everyone to remember this live stream. I want everyone to remember what I'm about to say. When I have 1 billion views, you're going to have people like the regulator. You're going to have people like Ball Breaker. They're going to say it is a complete waste of time. This is what they're going to say. It is a complete waste of time that you have 1 billion views. Then here's what's going to happen. I'll have 10 billion views. They're going to say to me, it is a complete waste of time that you have 10 billion views. It is a complete waste of time. Then I'm going to have 100 billion views. I'm going to have 100 billion views. They're going to say it is a complete waste of time. That's what they're going to say. Okay. You keep saying that. You keep saying that. And you watch me grow. Okay. If you believe that Commander 35 made $30 million in the stock market, there's a place called Bellevue. Don't be afraid. They're going to put you in a white straitjacket and they're going to put you in a white padded room. Don't be afraid of it. Accept it. Okay. If you believe that that guy made $30 million, the guy lives in a rat infested apartment where there's a friggin' garbage bag as his window. Okay. The guy has a garbage bag as his window, and you're telling me this guy made $30 million. I love having fun with everybody here. The regulator, you're not understanding simple logic. Listen to me. Every video, every live stream, everything I'm doing, I keep going up. I keep getting more subscribers. I keep getting more views. You said it yourself. Now, the regulator claims he's worth 100 million. Let's assume he's telling the truth. I don't believe him. I think he's just some friggin' Norman Bates psychopath. But let's assume he's telling the truth. You said it took, how long did it take to get to that level? Decades? The regulator, I'm asking you a question. How long did it take for you to get to that level? You said once decades. Okay. So if I did all of this, hear me out, let's say in a couple of years, right? Wouldn't that be phenomenal? Would you agree? Wouldn't that be an amazing, amazing accomplishment? Okay. So here's what I'm telling all of you. I'm moving on up to the east side to a deluxe apartment in the sky. Every video I do, every live stream I do, I am getting more subscribers. I am getting more views. I am growing. Okay. What difference does it make if it takes 1 year, 2 years? The regulator said it took him decades. It took him decades, but yet he's in this enormous rush with me. He's in this enormous rush that I have to do everything, I don't know, within a few months or a year. But yet it took him decades. I'll probably do it in a few years. Okay? I will probably do everything I'm saying to you in a few years. Possibly sooner. Possibly sooner. Okay? I'll tell you what. Can you all remember this live stream? I'm going to get 1 billion views. Okay? It's going to happen very soon. Just give me a little time. Give me a little time. And then when I get 1 billion views, can we revisit this? Who's going to remember this live stream? Okay? Let's revisit this when I get 1 billion views. Tell me it's a waste of time at that point. Tell me you're wasting your time. You're a complete waste of time. I'll have 1 billion views. Okay? Fair enough? With that said, I love Back to the Future. Thank you, brother. I love you. God bless you. Because, well, listen to me. The regulator, you're not following me. You're not following the steps that are involved. You're just not getting it. And I can't keep repeating myself to you. You're not following it. You're not following me. Okay. Why don't we do step 1? Okay, just hear me out. Step 1. Billions of views, okay? Millions of subscribers. Are you following me? That's step 1. That's not being a billionaire. Okay, that's step 1. Step 2, are you following me, regulator? Establish a successful track record of success of the Apefather brand. Step 3, go public. Okay, that's when you're a billionaire. Are you listening to me, the regulator? You're not a billionaire simply by becoming a successful YouTuber. I never said that. Once again, you are putting words in the Apefather's mouth. I never said you will become a billionaire by becoming a successful YouTuber. I said that was step 1. That's what I said to you. It was step 1. Step 2, okay, establish a track record of success of Apefather branded businesses, such as bars, restaurants, safari theme, hotels, Apefather Safari Hotels, Apefather Casinos, okay, Apefather sports franchises, major businesses. Step 3, bring the Apefather brand public. Then you're a billionaire. Do you cabiche? Do you follow me, the regulator? Let's see if he follows me. Okay, so now all you're doing is you're trying You're trying to down me. Listen to me. You ever hear of a guy named Don King? Okay. The Don King brand as being one of the most famous boxing promoters. This was a guy who was in prison, regulator. Do you hear me? This is a guy that was in jail for attempted murder. Okay? You know, he says, only in America. Only in America. Okay? So don't tell me I have baggage. What baggage do I have? I have a perfect record. I'm a law-abiding citizen. You get a guy like Don King, who became the most successful boxing promoter in the world. He became the most successful boxing promoter in the world. This is a guy who was in jail for attempted murder. How do you explain that one? He has no answer probably for that one, right? Now I was going to say Don King is special, right? He had balls. I'm waiting for the regulator's answer on that. I'm waiting for the regulator to answer how Don King, someone who was in jail for attempted murder, became the world's most renowned boxing promoter. Because he's talking about baggage, right? He's talking about baggage. How do you explain that one? I don't buy subs. I don't listen to me. I can't control the fact that psychopathic haters have complained to me, complained to YouTube, allegedly got my channel shadow banned, John. And once again, you guys don't like to talk about things that are out of my control. I'll say it's alleged, but I don't. Let me go on the record. I do not buy subs. I do not buy views. On God. On God. Now, you know I wouldn't say that because I'm a Catholic, right? I do not buy subs. I do not buy views. Different times. All right, I'm going to run now. Tired of fighting with all of you people, but it was fun. Remember, step one, Apefather's got to get the billions of views. Step two, Apefather has to establish the Apefather brand. Step three, Apefather goes public. Apefather becomes a billionaire. I'll say hi to the family. Mom is doing better. Thank you for asking. Back to the Future. I love you, brother, and thank you for your continued support. I will say hello to the family. Step two, get out of bed. V for victory. Everything I said in this live stream has not been financial advice. I am not a financial planner. It is entertainment purposes only. V for victory.